tuning in for some movie reviews. Film flickers of movie reviews. Let's hear those movie reviews. Film flickers of movie reviews. And action.
Hi Flickers! Today we are extremely excited to be able to review Daredevil Season 2.
We absolutely adored the first season. It's always a worry when you get a really, really good season of something, especially something like Daredevil. When the second series comes around, you kind of hope they can keep the momentum. And, well, they did that, and they did much, much more than that. I mean, they made it hard for themselves. They threw everything out this season. They added in so many characters on both sides of the fence, bad guys and good guys, that you kind of thought to yourself, well, how's this going to work out? And then just so many different storylines as well. But they kept it all intact. They got all of the characters in. They even got a couple of origin bits in, which you probably know from previous things aren't my favourite things, but they worked. They worked well.
It was done extremely well, keeping all the origin. I mean, there was one major origin that kind of went through. I guess it's the development of the character that was kind of added in, which is the Punisher, which is it is an origin story because it's establishing him in the universe, and Elektra 2. Elektra's one love interest.
Yeah, I mean, Elektra's one was more of a traditional origin story, and it went back and actually told parts of that story.
Yeah, there were flashbacks.
The Punisher was there were flashbacks. The Punisher was much cleverer in that they used his backstory as a way of telling his actual storyline as it went through.
And no flashbacks.
And no flashbacks. No, it was.
Yeah, there were
no flashbacks. No,
there's no flashbacks for Punisher.
Yeah, it was very clever. It's not just new characters as well. They brought back obviously existing characters, and old characters as well were brought back in.
And crossovers.
And there's
so
many. there are so many Easter eggs in here as well, and crossovers that you really. It's going to be a few showings to actually see them all, but there are some good ones.
Mentions to all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and you saw them. Stark Towers mentioned, all these kind of things, and we do know the universes exist together and stuff, but no one's from the movie has really crossed over to the Netflix era yet. They have on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter as well. But
this is the two things they did really well. Is they mentioned a couple of characters that are featured both in Agent Carter and in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like the Dogs of War were in a fairly large storyline in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they were also slightly in Agent Carter. So it's they were very clever, and they're really putting the TV environment together. There's crossovers from Jessica Jones. There's crossovers from what we assume will be crossovers when the Luke Cage story TV series comes out.
No Iron Fist yet though.
No Iron Fist.
No Iron Fist. Well, there was in the first series for it was just the base. It's the symbol that is Iron Fist's nemesis, and that symbol was on all of the drug packets and all sorts of stuff. So that was in the first series. That's the only real hint. And Madame Chow, I suppose, because she's a link to Iron Fist, but there's no real substance yet about what Iron Fist is going to do. And that's going to be amazing how they're going to bring that in.
I think we're going to be seeing that more in either Luke Cage or in the second series of Jessica Jones. I think that's
Luke Cage would make sense.
Luke Cage, I think Luke Cage we're going to get quite a few. There's quite a few really meaty characters involved with Luke Cage actually. So that's going to be an interesting series when it comes out.
It'd be interesting if they get the first cinematic person in Luke Cage as well, because I think it's quite wide open for it. So I think it could be quite good.
No, it could be.
Yeah.
And this Daredevil has got so many, so many crossovers and everything. But there's also they're definitely laying the groundwork for a lot of things. We saw things potentially that were leading up to Bullseye being in it. Things that were potentially up to Crossbones.
So hoping that was going to happen because it was so quiet. No one had said anything about it. I thought, they're going to do it. And we a couple of times we got ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we thought we'd seen Bullseye. It seemed very similar. But
there were a lot of Irish people around.
A lot of Irish. I mean, so
there was a lot of Irish gangs. So
bound to be Bullseye. Yeah, But there's also there was definitely some things in there that point towards characters like Crossbones being in there. Some of the characters they were dealing with have been heavily involved with Crossbones, and mostly like the Rock Song Corporation, which has some huge ties, huge ties with lots of things, but Crossbones as well, and that'll be interesting because that may end up being the first movie crossover if Crossbones does end up in one of
God,
those.
it would be awesome, but I wonder if that means that we're going to look at Roxxon in what will be Civil War when that comes out as well. But I don't know.
It's hard to say. It's Roxxon. If you look Roxxon up in the histories, they've got so many branches. I mean, they're owned by the Red Skull at one point and things like that. So they've got they've got so many potential tie-ins in all these TV series that it's great that they're showing it to this degree. It's I mean, this was the best I feel they could have done for a continuous story. It is still by far the best superhero TV show out there. Genuinely, it is.
Yeah.
And it is the best adult of this kind as well, because it is brutal. There's so many scenes in this that will make you wince or look away, but it's compelling viewing. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Because there was that one time where I had to look away. It wasn't violent, but it was really graphic. And I just looked away for just a second and thought, oh, I'll look back because, of course, now they've cut away, they won't show that again. But as soon as I turned back, it was there again, and it was even worse. I was just like, oh, no. But it was, yeah, all of the violence was extremely well done. The fight sequence was amazing, and
there are some genuinely great fight scenes in this. They're better than a lot of the films have managed.
Yeah, because there was another corridor scene which actually, the top. It was the first episode, and the first fight sequence in that, I feel topped the corridor scene in episode 2 of the first series.
Possibly, there's a couple I feel did.
Because there was,
yeah,
was awesome. There was only one, I think, there was one fight sequence we both said just didn't need to be a fight sequence. I mean, all I said was just it never seems like that when these guys are attacking with speed, they're all trained fighters. There's never one goon who's got, like you said, a glass jaw. he just walks in, goes and then smack, and then he's out. There is a lot of fight sequences, but they're done so well.
They are. It's still good. I mean, this is again, we're not sponsored by Netflix, but if there was a reason to get Netflix, this show genuinely is that reason. It's such compelling television. It's brutal. It's got a great storyline. It's got some superb acting and some incredible cinematography. It's seriously watch it. It's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't think we can say any more. Honestly,
that's it. Genuinely, it's brilliant.
Yeah, 100% guaranteed. Watch it, even if you haven't seen the first series. Just stick it on and just watch it, and then probably watch the first series as like a prequel-esque kind of thing, really, as an introduction to what Daredevil is. But yeah, definitely go out and watch it. It's awesome.
All right, thanks for watching. Bye, Flickers.
Bye.